Now, from the station you count on for local news that matters, this is KSN, your local news at 6.
Jalen continues to assert that his confession was not accurate or truthful. However, he does take responsibility for a reckless, tragic accident that resulted in the death of a beautiful child.
A very emotional day in Joplin in a courtroom as Jalen Vaden pleads guilty in the death of a Carl Junction 3-year-old. Good evening, I'm Austin Heislip.
And I'm Jessica Shear. After months of what prosecutors say was a complicated case to handle because of misinformation shared on social media, some closure can finally come to the families.
23-year-old Jalen Vaden pled guilty to one charge of abuse of a child resulting in a death. He now faces a 22-year prison sentence. Tonight, for the first time, we're hearing Vaden take full responsibility for the tragedy.
He feels extreme guilt and remorse for all of the families and individuals that continue to grieve for that precious little girl.
A packed Joplin courtroom. 23-year-old Jalen Vaden originally pled not guilty in the death of 3-year-old Jada Kyle. Thursday, he took a plea deal and took full responsibility for his actions in a written statement read by his attorney.
Jalen had no intent to hurt or to injure Jada, and unfortunately that does not change the outcome.
Reports say back on November 29th of 2017, police responded to a home in Carl Junction and found Kyle unresponsive. Vaden describes becoming angry with Kyle and throwing her first to the ground, then on her bed, and then again to the ground. Kinney adds the detail that he gave in his confession to detectives matched all physical evidence found at the crime scene. Kyle later died on December 1st as a result of those injuries.
Jalen hopes that taking responsibility will allow the families and the community to move forward toward healing.
Over the last few months, the case has gotten attention on social media, dividing communities.
The tragic case, the investigation of which was complicated by a lot of misinformation that was shared on social media.
Unfortunately, this case resulted in a number of hurtful and inaccurate facts being shared. We hope that this resolution will end the speculation and gossip that has hurt so many.
Both parties are hopeful today's plea means closure.
It is our hope that everyone affected by this senseless loss of life will be able to find some peace and closure with the plea agreement that was reached today.
There has been enough heartbreak, and Jalen believes it is time to allow these families to heal, hopefully together, for the boys.
Community members on social media voiced their opinions on our Facebook page. Melissa says, "I will never believe he hurt anyone." Katie says, "I still don't think he did it." Traisha says Vaden's sentence should have been longer. While Kyla says 22 years for taking an entire life of a young girl. And Diana says, "What is wrong with our justice system?" It's never too late for you to weigh in. You can head over to our Facebook page, KSN 16, for this story and more.